Man, you know I'm over here going back and forth, right?
Hang on. My headset was off. Starting over. Sorry. Hey.
Man, I said, you know I'm over here going back and forth with those numbers you just threw at me.
You know it. You better be. Come on, dude. Come on.
Okay, listen. Okay, check this out, Caleb. Is there a way that we can get the cash flow up higher and the assignment fee up higher up front?
Uh, what do you mean, like 60,000 up front?
Yeah.
It would probably drop the cash flow, but it would be 60,000 up
Oh
front because that's going to
no.
come from the private lender.
Right. No. Okay. Well, is there a way to get the cash flow up more?
Yeah, raise rents, which would be a gradual thing, right? We need to investigate and see which ones we could raise a little bit, and I think market rent's closer to 600, 650 for those
Yes.
instead of
Right.
525. So, I mean, on average, like, let me see what that does for. So currently, monthly rent's 21,000, but that would, if we did 650, that would be 26,000, which would be
Mm.
312, which means cash flow then. Oh, cash flow jumps from 3,000 to 7,000 a month.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. I mean, because costs are already covered, right? So as much as you can increase every dollar, well, 80% of every dollar you increase rent goes to you. The rest goes to reserves. So once you've covered expenses, 80% of every dollar you raise rent is yours. Yours, ours.
And
I don't.
and
You know.
okay, Caleb. So walk me through this, man. So let's say, okay, Caleb, I want to buy this deal.
Yeah.
So what would I have to do next? Because obviously I've never got private money before.
Yeah. So you would have to get a commercial lender or an asset-based lender to approve buying 70 or 75% loan to value for the portfolio at 1.5 million.
Okay.
Or you could include assignment fees and make it 1,550,000 or whatever you want that bigger assignment fee. Just mark it up as the assignment price, right? And assign it from your current company to the new LLC you start to run this set of properties. Then,
Okay.
right, so you get a commercial lender lined up, asset-based lender. Then we already have the seller agreed to carry $450,000, and I might push for zero interest on that because he's still getting his 1.5, and that's what we're
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gotta be zero. It gotta be 0%
Well,
interest. It gotta
now
be.
listen, I did the cash flow with 3% interest. So 3,000 per month is with 3% interest. But if I do 0% interest on $450,000, stand by, 1250. That saves $650 a month. So cash flow jumps to 3,600 a month.
Yeah.
Right. I want to do my all my calculations with conservative assumptions wherever I can, so that when something comes out of the blue and hits me, it doesn't get me it doesn't get me by the short hairs.
Right. Got you.
It's coming out of a profit margin, not pushing me into the red. So anyway, you get the lender. Hi, baby girl. You've already got the seller agreed to carry, and then we solicit private lenders in the sub 2 group and or from my network to cover the 75 140,000 at 10%.
Hmm.
Now, if we like all that, what I need to do is run the numbers out for the next 5 years, including balloon payments and refinance or anything else that has to go on there, because we got to find a way to pay off the private lender. But I mean, if cash flow starts out at or above $3,000 and you can raise rents and push cash flow up even more, then you could just dedicate half of cash flow going into lender payoffs or something like that. But at some point, you will have to pay off the private lender, unless you just want to keep finding private lenders to replace them until you have a friggin' bankroll that you can cash them out with.
Hmm.
I mean, there are definitely people who would like to deploy their capital at 10% long term and just not have to worry about it as long as they're making a check every month. So you could get
Yeah.
maybe 5-year, but at that point, you might be able to get a private lender at 8%,
Sheesh.
which would be even cheaper, but not much cheaper because it's an interest only payment.
Right. And how fast realistically could this happen?
January, February.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, the commercial lender is probably the slowest part because they want to see a lot more stuff. And then I've got to figure out how to put the offer on and contract together on paper so that the commercial lender won't trip on the seller carry or the private finance to cover closing costs and stuff.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So that's one scenario.
Yep.
Now, what's the scenario if we just say we just want to cash this thing out?
Assuming we can get 200,000 for it, then I was still working on those numbers. Got a little sidetracked. Hold on. I mean, they can still get pretty good. If somebody brought 126,000 to cover closing costs and initial renovations, and our sale price was $1.7 million, then they would get a loan based on the 1.7, not the 1.5, and the seller could carry maybe 510,000 instead of 450. You need down a little bit, little girl. I'm sorry. And then their cash out of pocket is 126, and it's still a 36% cash on cash return.
Jesus.
Assuming you can get the lender to be okay with it, or not know about the seller carry of all that money.
So essentially, I'm just trying to wrap my head around how I could start to even package this up to dispo it. I mean, obviously you would lead with the cash on cash return, right?
Yeah, bring your commercial lender, and the seller will bring your commercial lender at 70%, and the seller will carry 30% of your purchase price. So you just have to bring closing costs and initial repairs.
Okay, well, what if we reduce the assignment fee? I'm just curious. Let's just say we didn't have to get 100. We can just make. I mean, we can make 100.
I
Would
mean,
are you saying that doesn't make sense? Like
that
we
doesn't
should
make
definitely.
it doesn't well because it cash flows so well already with a $200,000 assignment. Maybe we push it to 250. I don't know, but the a lender still has to approve the 70% of purchase price loan, so we have to make it financeable. And I'm not sure these properties are worth more than the 1.5 or 1.7 at that point, right? Because then we pushed them up to an average of like 42.5 a piece, and they're probably worth somewhere between 35 and 50 each. So we're still in a decent range.
Right.
But it's asset-based lending, so it's based on the cash flow. And if the current rents are steady and provable at 525 on average, and it already cash flows, then yeah, an asset-based lender should be okay with it.
Okay.
So I'm about to ask a question in the group to clarify what steps. Actually, it's going to be Armand that I ask to clarify what steps and the methods to get that seller carry back without the lender blowing up about it.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, I would like to have both options open. But I'm kind of leaning towards cashing out.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
I mean, I'm looking for, can I do this myself at that point and just pay you the assignment fee? Because if the numbers work out and I can get both a commercial lender and a seller carry, I'll do it myself and pay you your assignment fee.
Okay.
Of course, I would be part of that assignment fee. Caleb would get paid part of that. It's like the deal I did in September. I got it under contract for the wholesaler. Then I assigned it from them to my LLC with a $10,000 assignment. They kept 7,500 of it, and I kept 2,500 of it, so I could have zero out of pocket at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah, man. You can do it yourself.
I mean, if I can, I will.
Yeah, go for it, man.
But I'll still finish putting this together so it's so you got the numbers to be able to advertise.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go for it, Caleb, if you can. And then, I don't have a problem with that, but
Sounds good to me.
yeah. So
Did
yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, well, if you're gonna do that, push for the 250 assignment fee then.
it? Yeah, if it's affordable.
Yeah. Well, but if it's not, then lower it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give you your numbers, but if my lender comes back and says I'm not gonna do it for this price, but I'll do it for that price, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we just change it a little bit and move forward, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know me, Caleb. I'm not difficult to work with, man.
Yep. All
So
right. Well, my head's been going back and forth all over the place with how to do this. I feel like I'm spending too much time on it, but it's a deal in the making, and we just got to figure out how to get to the finish line on it. So
yeah, and Rich, which route we want to go?
the richest route.
But yeah,
That's what.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So all right, well, you and Mr. Thompson, you guys don't have to have another conversation, do you?
Who? Oh,
You and
the
Mr.
seller.
Thompson.
I
Yeah.
have not had another conversation with him yet. I do
Okay.
need to call him again before end of day, which is pretty much now, just to touch base
Okay.
and say, hey, I've been running numbers all day. We're running different scenarios, trying to find lenders who are going to back this to make sure that because I would like to be your buyer or bring on co-investors. No, I don't want to scare him off with I would like to be your buyer. We're already under contract.
Yeah.
And you got a 6-month contract. That's good.
Yep. And title's already open at Perry Title too, by the way.
Oh, wow. That's real good news.
Yeah. So title's already open. Just FYI.
Okay. On this spreadsheet that you sent, what does it mean top ones are the priority? Like the top batch of properties, why are they priority?
Pretty much in terms of square footage, size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. All
I
right.
had them. I had them go through there and sift through the highest square footage ones. The 3 2s versus the 3 1s or the 2 1s or whatever.
Right. Yep. Dude, did you look at these on a map? It's literally basically 90% of a subdivision.
Yeah, they all in one subdivision.
They're
Yeah, I
super
know.
clustered. That's like, yes, that's great.
Yeah,
I mean, if
yeah.
disaster
So
strikes, you better have insurance, but otherwise, that's great.
otherwise it's great, man. So he Caleb said he wanna buy them and he wanna
I
cash
mean,
me out.
I got no money, so I got to find financing for the whole thing, but yeah, I would love to. Because
Well, one thing.
I'm in acquisition mode. I want to pick up cash flowing properties, even if they don't cash flow very
Yeah,
much and just pay for themselves, and I can get them for zero out of pocket. I'm all about that.
yeah. Well,
Because
one thing about it, Caleb, I know you know how to get PML for sure.
we'll see. This would be the
Yeah,
biggest one.
yeah. Okay, well look, just touch bases with me after you talk to Mr. Thompson. Let me know where we at.
Sure. Okay, sounds good.
All right, there.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye. I hope you're enjoying tagging along for this adventure, and I hope it ends well. I don't know the ending yet. If you're watching this recording and the other videos are already out, you already know how it ends. For me, this is like, I hope it works out. I wonder how. I wonder if. You have the luxury of not having to sit here in the chair and wait hours and agonize over the spreadsheets. We'll see. That's what I always say, isn't it? We'll see. And I give a little, like a Jim from The Office look at the end. We'll see. Anyway, peace out, homies. We'll see.